What's up, everybody? Peace to all the gods and goddesses of Earth, and welcome back to another. We're gonna do another psychedelic Saturdays, man. 'Cause we got some downloads for y'all, man. Some downloads for you guys today, man. I got on a
Yes.
perfect shirt for this episode, man. Shout out to my man at Developing Thoughts. The shirt for the day says "Path to Heaven." Conceptual reality. You must unlock the truth by traveling within. And today we going within because we going within to the nervous system. So I thought this shirt was perfect. Perfect shirt for the day. Perfect shirt for the day, man. So I got with me my cousin, man, Cosmic Intelligence today. I am your
Yeah.
boy. I am your boy, Healer with Nature. And we about to get it on, man. We about to get it in today, man. We about to get it in today. How you doing, cuz?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. These downloads got keeping me young, so I'm loving it.
Yeah, you looking very youthful over there, girl. Looking very youthful
I'm
over
so
there.
saying. I looked in the camera. I'm like, dang, I'm looking younger. Okay, see you.
You got rid of
That
that.
means I'm on the right path.
Yeah, you got rid of that energy in there that wasn't good for you, man. You had to let that shit up
That
out of
too.
there. Yeah,
That too. Okay.
yeah,
Hello.
man.
Facts.
That's how that shit be, man. Sometimes you gotta let that shit go, man, so you can recruit your youth back.
Yeah, you don't even realize like how dusty energy be having you, if that makes sense.
Nah, I do.
Yeah.
Energy, yeah,
Yeah.
the energy out here, real rapid. You know what I'm saying? People just they getting sucked up in it, and they looking at themselves like, damn, man, I'm looking real worn down. I say, yeah, well,
Yes.
you out there running in the race, so that's what it does to you.
That
that's what
too.
it, that's
Exactly.
what
That shit weigh you down. We talking about that
man.
today.
Right. So, like I said, man, we getting into the nervous system today. If y'all don't know, the nervous system is pretty much the key component to everything in your body concerning health. Everything, mental, physical, spiritual, all of it, every bit of it. Without your nervous system, you be gone completely.
Yes.
So, cuz I'm gonna let you start, man. What you want to start with today?
Well, I kind of want to just brush on why we're even here. I've gone through a lot of changes. We both have, over the years as far as our awakening is concerned. And it's so much about the information that's out there and, the why we're here and why we're doing this and, information about this, that, and the third and all the hidden esoteric knowledge. But I think what we're going to be talking about today is going to be what helps people to start actually saving themselves, right?
Right.
Um, but after all that I've been through, since my mother passed and everything, literally at the top of the year, January, I said to myself, I never make any New Year's resolutions, so to say, or any goals. But I did say that this year would be the year that I start to heal my nervous system. And I don't know where that came from. I don't even know. I don't know where that came from, to be honest with you. But just remember intentionally saying, this is going to be the year that I heal my nervous system. And what triggered it is because I was looking at my chart when I had my chart reading right before my birthday. Before I actually had the chart reading, I had so many downloads in January, which January felt like yesterday. And we're now here. Damn near half of May is almost gone, right? So
Right.
time be flying really fast. But either way, and literally in my reading, the guy was talking about my Chiron in Taurus, which is basically like me healing my worth and me healing my relationship to like materialism and security and safety and all of that. And that's what came to me as a divine download, is that in order for you to be safe within your divinity, you're going to have to heal your nervous system. And I kind of sat on that for a few months. Honestly, I didn't really do much with it. With everything with my ex and all that stuff, just kind of like I put it to the back of my head in hindsight. But over the since she left, basically is when I really started, like, the downloads just started hitting about this download. I mean, excuse me, about this nervous system shit. And I'm like, okay, there's really something to this. And then
Right.
I started doing the research and all that. And then I started finding like different things about the nervous system. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I've had books put up that I haven't read about the nervous system. All of the stuff that we've been speaking about, the spiritual community has been
Right.
speaking about is the nervous system. And there's nothing out there from us about the nervous system that I've seen actually on YouTube. It's just the fluffy spiritual stuff. There's
Right.
nothing really getting in the nitty gritty of why we're here, why we're actually doing this, because all of this is scientific. You know what I'm saying? And the science of us, not even just Black people, but just of human beings, period. Because we all have a nervous system. All of us as
Mm-hmm.
human beings. If you have a heartbeat, you have a nervous system. Trust
Right.
me. And
Right.
it's running every day, right? And so I was just like, yo, like there's so much vast information out here scientific wise, and we don't even look to that, and I really like love a lot of our elders before us, because the elders before us, they did talk about the nervous system, about your health, but it was never a connection,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was never, to me, from what I saw in my research, I feel like there was never an actual like concrete connection. And I think that what we're going to be talking today is going to start to brush and, really, really start to make things make fucking sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
I kind of want to start there as to why we're here, because, just the nervous system is like, all right, but there's a rhyme and a reason to all of this. Okay. And then I came to Cuz, and I'm like, yo, Cuz, you gotta see this shit. And when you started reading it, you were like, bro, like, this is the key. This is the
Mm-hmm.
key. But it's the key that's gonna take you home. The nervous system
Right.
is the key that's gonna take you home. So
Right.
um first off, and secondly, I also want to say that a lot of this information is coming up now because of the Uranus transit going into Gemini, which
Mm-hmm.
Uranus is about electricity, which your nervous system is basically the electrical cords running through your body.
Right. Right.
And then Gemini is also the nervous system, but it's more so related to the nervous system that functions for your everyday goings on. So like your school, your work, your church, your neighborhood, your local mom and pop shop, the bodega, the botanica, the gas station, all the things that you are focusing on a daily basis. That's what Gemini rules. Okay,
Right.
so
So
this
your
is
so your
going to affect.
nervous so your nervous system is pretty much your electromagnetic energy. Pretty much, is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, it basically, what is the word I'm looking for? It controls how the frequency is input and output, right?
Okay. Okay.
That's basically what it is. It supports the
Right.
auric field in a way, okay?
Got you. Got
So
you.
so really quick, I want to talk about the nervous system, because we also have to touch on the vagus nerve, but we may or may not get there. But I want to talk about firstly the nervous system and what it is. Okay.
Right. Right.
So I have
Right.
some notes here. If you want to add on to what I have, please do. Okay.
The first thing I want to say, I want to tell everybody that your nervous system is pretty much considered as you would say, the tree of life, because it's pretty much your roots of the inside of you. So it's pretty much the tree of life, and that's what I've seen. When you first sent me the information about it, I looked it up. I was like, damn, the tree of life. And then when you look at the actual image of it, it's a tree. It's a diagram of a tree. That's what your inside look like. And
Inside of your body. Yes.
yeah, and I actually told somebody this, man. Like when we like first moved to Georgia, and we was out one night with a couple of people, and we was just somewhere chilling, and we was talking, and I was like, yo, the inside. If you really look at the inside of your body and how it's structured, like saying your veins and everything, it looks exactly like a tree. Like it resembles a tree all the way to the core. And the guy I was talking to, he was like, bro, you right. It does. So, I just wanted to let people know, what I'm saying, if you look up your nervous system and look up the actual picture, the image, you'll see what we're talking about. Yeah. But now go
Yep.
ahead.
There's actual Yeah, there's images on the internet too, that explain exactly what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the nervous system is a system of nerves. This is the scientific definition, by the way. System of nerves and cells that transmit signals between the brain, spinal cord, and overall body. It controls movement, voluntary and involuntary, like breathing and your heartbeat. It consists of central nervous system. The nervous system consists of the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system, allowing the body to react to your environment stimuli. Okay, so the nervous system is directly correlated to your environment. So if your environment is off, your nervous system is off. If your environment is good, you most likely have a regulated nervous system. Okay, so two parts. So you have your central nervous system, which that is
Mm-hmm.
the
Right.
central command system, right? So that it goes from the central, excuse me, it goes from the brain down to the spine, or from the spine up into the brain. Okay, and then your peripheral nervous system, it connects your muscles and organs. So that is what sends information to your heart, your lungs, um all of your major organs inside of your body. That is what the peripheral nervous system is related to. All right,
Got you.
and then you have subdivisions. So real quick, I'm gonna go over the subdivisions. So you have somatic, autonomic,
Hmm.
sympathetic, oh my god, sympathetic, however you say it. I
Sympathetic.
can't.
Sympathetic.
Sympathetic. I can't say
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry, y'all. And then parasympathetic system, which manages your flight versus your rest
Mm,
and digestive functions. The autonomic controls your involuntary movements, such as your heart rate and your digestion. And the somatic nervous system is your all of your voluntary movements. So everything that you knowingly know that you're doing. Okay.
right.
So that would be your
So, hey, so the
conscious,
automotive that you said the auto, you said it was automatic. What? Oh shit, the automotive,
autonomic,
autonomic.
autonomic. Yeah.
So the autonomic, would you say that is like being on, I guess, on auto drive? Like kind of your nervous system is on auto drive and you don't even know it. Cause I ain't even I
Yeah.
ain't
So
even
it's
I
a
ain't even get
system.
that deep like with the subdivision. So I ain't even really know that it was breaking down into subdivisions. So
Yep.
you literally can put your nervous system into auto drive and you don't even realize that you pretty much floating on this same wave.
Right. So think about it like
Okay.
this. Like if you have a phone, like you have an iPhone, and you have a
Hmm.
bunch of programs up that are running in the background, but you don't know that they're up still, or like on a Android. I know that happens a
Yeah.
lot with Androids, where
Yep, it does.
programs will run a lot in the background and you don't even know it, and it's eating up data in your phone, or it's taking up space in your phone, or just like it's too much going on, and you're like, oh, I need to close out all these apps so that my phone will run smoother. Right,
Right.
it's kind of like that, where it's
Gotcha.
just it's a system that's running an autopilot in the background. And a lot of times, because it's on the subconscious, it's based on, for me, it's based on subconscious or dark, things that are happening in the dark that you're not even aware of. Whereas your somatic is more of your sun, the sun energy, where it's being illuminated all the time. So it's things that you're aware of constantly.
So that's why it's good to get sun inside your body on a consistent rate.
So I say it again. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying that's why it's good to get sun inside of you on a consistent rate, because it's a part of your nervous system that actually needs that to keep going.
Right, to regulate
Yeah,
properly.
to regulate.
Exactly.
Yeah, right, right. Okay,
Yep. And so
got you.
real quick, some diseases and disorders that the nervous system can affect. Okay. So it's directly affected too, and these are just a few of them, not all of them, but a few. You could do your own
Mm,
research. So meningitis,
damn.
neurodegenerative. Sorry if y'all say this stuff wrong. I'm sorry. Neurodegenerative,
the gen
neurodegenerative,
the gen yeah, is what it is.
degenerative
Yeah, that's right.
diseases. All right. So that's like your Alzheimer or your dementia, like your dementia
Dementia.
going into Alzheimer. That
Right.
would be that. And then structural issues, which could be like stroke. Okay,
Hmm.
so having a stroke. Um, Functional disorders, one of those would be considered epilepsy. Okay,
Oh, like seizures.
like
Having seizures.
seizures,
Got you.
uncontrollable movement of the body, right? Nervous system overload. Okay. Um, Another thing I also want to say is that it also affects neurodivergent people heavily, which would be like your empaths, people who are on the spectrum, people who have learning disabilities.
Hmm.
The nervous system also is directly correlated or affects those who have those type of disorders or just imbalances within them. So I just want to kind of throw that out there too. So all you neurodivergent people out here, you're definitely going to want to listen up to this, okay?
So that's so you can say that's what's stopping people from being like, so now we live in an age where everything is like short. Nobody has like the attention span anymore to really sit here and watch a 20-minute, 40-minute video of somebody giving you knowledge. But on the other hand, we have people out here that can watch a 2-minute video of pretty much nothing. But it's all predicated on your attention span, and like you just said, that has a lot to do with your nervous system and on how you was educated too. So all that plays a big part in it, man. When you was breaking down the nervous system to me, and I also did my research on it too, I see how big education plays into it. Even though we know how education is, but when you live in the city and live in the county, the education is different. It's not the same. Like, so when you live in the suburbs, you're gonna get more of an education. Like, you get reprimanded in the county or the suburbs from not going to school, right?
Correct.
And the city is a little bit more lenient. You know what I mean? They was a little bit more lenient with them, and they really didn't teach them anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really give them the education that you got in the suburbs. So I think, and this is nothing against anybody, you know what I'm saying? I would probably think that a lot of people that grew up in the city or something right now have very short attention spans because they
Correct.
dealt with a lot of other outside stuff, whereas people in the suburbs really didn't deal with a lot of outside environmental happenings that's going
Stimuli.
on outside. Right, a lot of stuff that was going
Stimuli.
on outside, yeah. And it affected them and with their education too. It's a lot going outside, so you're not focusing on what you need to do with your education, your books and reading and shit like that. So it was a big eye opener how big the nervous system plays on your role on everything inside you, man, and even how it portrays on the outside as well. Yeah, but
Exactly. And to add to that, since you went there, let's just go there, right? And so the nervous system effect on inner city versus suburbia living, right? Let's just look at that for example. Now I grew up in the suburbs. I know because you grew up in the suburbs too, right? But
mhm.
I had family that was from the inner city, and I noticed the difference, and my mother kept me away from family that grew up in the inner city as well, for obvious reasons. But just really quick, let's just have fun with it, right? So
Mhm.
um let's think about inner city living, right? So inner city living, you're crammed on top of each other, living in apartments. You live in the concrete jungle, so you have limited access to trees and plants and things of that sort. You most likely run on adrenaline because you are
Mhm.
bombarded by the sounds of cars and ambulances on a daily basis. If you live in the inner city, if you're black, most likely you live in the hood or
Right.
in what's considered to be lower income housing. And those homes are built with different materials. So I know back in the day they had issues with lead in the paint and
Lead paint. Yep.
asbestos.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the asbestos and what is it? The stuff that they fill the walls with? What's that called?
You
Shit.
talking about
I can't. It's literally on
is
the tip
it
of my tongue. I can't.
not
It's literally on the
not
tip of my tongue.
I know what you talking about. You talking about like the pink stuff they put inside the wall? That's what you mean?
Yes, that
I can't
fiberglass
remember the
shit,
name
whatever
of
it's
it.
called.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I
I
can't
forgot
remember
the
the
name of
name
it. It's
of
literally the tip of my tongue. God,
it.
I'll probably remember in a second. But yeah. So again, those different. Also, you're more exposed to rodents, rats, mice, roaches,
Yeah,
things of that
roaches.
sort, because there are, there's a heavier amount of trash and food concentration of that because of so many people, with different ways of living and all that good stuff. So that's another thing as well. Just the sheer stress of safety is a concern for a lot of people. This is why they put bars and stuff over windows, because
Right,
most likely in
right,
the inner cities, you have people who are breaking in, you have people who are committing more crimes. Crimes tend to be higher and concentrate in inner cities as well. So, you have the threat of safety on a daily basis as well. What else? Because, I mean, shit, there's more smog, there's more pollution
small.
from
Yep,
a higher
violence.
concentration of buildings that are there in the inner city. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yep. No, I was saying the
Yes.
violence, the competition rate in the city is way more different than it is in the county. There's a lot of competition. Um,
Yes.
and then you gotta look at everybody's fighting to get out. So you gotta think of, I don't know how many people is living in one city or one hood, but everybody is fighting to get out, right? Everybody's trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get out of here. And then what that does is pushes your nervous system even more, right? And then on top of that, a lot of people from the city have been put in survival mode from the beginning, like
Mm-hmm.
straight out their mother's womb, straight into survival mode before they even got old enough to even, walk outside and play on the playground. They was already surviving. And I think that does a big damage to you as a child, to always think in the back of your head, you thinking that how you was raised could always come back to you again. But
Yes.
you need to remember that wasn't your life, right? That was your life that your parents had. You have the power to change that and make your life different. You don't
Yes.
have to be in survival mode. You don't have to. We're not supposed to be. Like I sent you that video with Bobby Hemmett today, and Bobby Hemmett, he said it. He said survival mode is based on fearology. That was the first time I ever heard it put like that. I was like, wow, bro. Like
Yeah.
fearology. Like all survival mode is pretty much revolved around fear.
Yes.
And the only reason people are in survival mode is because they are waiting for somebody to come back to save them. And
Right.
this all reverts back to the religion and everything we've been talking about over the past couple of weeks. Like the root of everybody's survival mode, I guarantee you, is religion. I guarantee you sat down with anybody and asked, "What you waiting for? Who you waiting? Why are you in survival mode? Who you waiting to come back to save you?" Oh man,
Yeah.
they said Jesus was coming back. Bro, are you serious? Is that why everybody is in survival mode? Because everybody waiting? But
Yes.
you know what that does? Think about how you wait for somebody to come home, man. They don't get home on time.
Mm.
And how your nerves start to feel, how you start to get like a little unwith it, because
Uneasy.
yeah, because you like, all right, they not here. Like what's
They
going
should
on?
be here. Where they at?
Right, right. So that breaks you down on the inside for it comes out on the outside.
You know what's
But the
crazy you
whole
say that, cuz real quick, I'm sorry.
nah, you good.
Because remember back in the day when we was growing up, we didn't have cell phones. So it was customary, like, if the only way for you to call home would be to stop and use a payphone and put a quarter in, or to stop at a business and ask somebody like a gas station or something if they would let you use the phone. But now you could track people on your phones, and if they don't call me back, it literally, the phones have elevated their nervous systems to the point where now they're in overdrive, because if such and such don't call you back by this time, just like what you say, you start to get, afraid and scared, and you're thinking the worst, when maybe their phone died, or maybe they were in a bad area and they couldn't reach you or something, like, but back in the day, shit, if a nigga ain't come home, a nigga ain't came home, and we gonna wait for the police to say something if some shit crazy happened, you just be like, I don't know, that person such and such and such, or whatever the case may be. So, the phones have created an immense amount more of, and we're going to talk about suburbia in a second, but the phones have created an immense amount of worry for people, and that directly affects the nervous system, because you don't even realize that your breathing has elevated, your heart rate has elevated, and you're just sitting here and you're just still. But in the stillness, there's still movement. Remember, the universe never stops moving. That's one of our cosmic laws, is that the energy never stops moving. Energy does not stop. It doesn't end, and it's not created. It's continuous. And then you have the law of rhythm, which is all about your heart rate and the frequency within you.
Right.
And so you don't even realize that your worry. I thought that was my cat. That's you, cat. Okay.
No, that's
what do you want? I thought that was my cat. I'm like, girl, what do you want? But you don't even realize how elevated your nervous system is when you're worrying, because it's not something that's voluntary. It's involuntary. But yeah, let's touch on suburbia.
I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say for the phones, because the phones just add more electromagnetic energy into you. Like, so it's like you operating on overdrive. So it's too much electricity, too much pulse coming through your body. It's too much at one time. So that's why they even tell you to give yourself a phone break. You know what I mean? Put your phone down for a little bit. But as you see, everybody like this nowadays, right? Like this. I can't even hold my. I can't hold my phone like that.
Yeah, and the phones are made with quartz. They have clear quartz in them. If you know about crystals, quartz is an amplifier. It's an energetic amplifier. So whatever energy you want that day, that's why you see people turn up on their phones, because it amplifies the energies. It's going to amplify the amount of electrical pulses that the phone puts out. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that out there too. A lot of our technology is made with clear quartz. A lot of people don't know that. So, and yes, like I said, quartz is a generator, so it will increase energy. However, whatever type of energy it is, it's going to amplify that energy.
Right.